You have a decent salary, your boss isn't terrible, your job looks good on LinkedIn, but every morning you drag yourself to work feeling empty. Sound familiar? Here's what nobody tells you. Maybe you're not in the wrong job. Maybe you're the wrong energy type for that job. Let me explain what I mean. In Chinese energy reading, we look at something called your birth element. It's like your personal operating system. It's just like you wouldn't run Mac software on a PC. You can't thrive in a job that doesn't match how you're naturally wired. Think of it like this. Imagine your energy is like water. Water flows, adapts, and finds creative solutions. But what happens if you force water into a square box and tell it to stay perfectly still? It goes stagnant. It's what happens when your natural energy doesn't match your work environment. There are 5 main energy types, and each one has a completely different way of working best. If you're a fire type, you're naturally passionate, creative, and people-focused. You light up when you're inspiring others or working on exciting projects, but stick a fire person in a quiet, detail-heavy accounting job, they'll burn out fast. Water types are intuitive, adaptable, and great with flow and timing. They thrive in roles where they can be flexible and use their instincts. But put them in a rigid, micromanaged environment, their creativity dries up. Earth types are natural nurturers and stabilizers. They're amazing at supporting teams and creating steady systems, but if they're pushed into high-pressure, competitive roles, they feel scattered and stressed. Metal types love structure, quality, and getting things right. They excel in roles that require precision and standards. Force them into chaotic, constantly changing environments. They feel lost. Wood types are natural growers and builders. So they need long-term projects they can develop over time. Stick them in short-term, task-based jobs. They never feel satisfied. Here's a real example. I worked with Sarah, who kept job hopping every 8 months. She'd start excited, then feel trapped and bored. She tried marketing, HR, customer service. Nothing clicked. When I looked at her birth chart, I saw she was a wood type, someone who needs to build and grow things over time. All her jobs were maintenance roles with no room for development. Once she found a project management position where she could plan and build long-term strategies, she stopped switching jobs. 3 years later, she's thriving and got promoted twice. Another client, Mike, spent years in IT support feeling drained. He was good at solving technical problems, but something felt off. His birth chart showed he was an earth type, naturally people-centered and nurturing. The issue wasn't that he couldn't do tech work. It was that he needed human connection to feel energized. Now he runs IT training workshops, same technical skills, but now he's teaching and supporting people directly. He went from dreading work to loving what he does. This isn't about mystical destiny. It's about understanding your natural strengths so you can make smarter career choices. When you know your energy type, you can ask better questions. Does this role let me work the way I naturally operate? Will this environment energize me or drain me? Am I trying to force myself into someone else's definition of success? You don't need to completely change careers. Sometimes it's about finding the right team, the right projects, or even just the right approach within your current field. The key is stopping the fight against your own nature. When you align your work with your energy type, you stop feeling like you're swimming upstream. Work becomes something that feeds you instead of depletes you. If you're tired of feeling disconnected from your work, if you know you're capable of more but can't figure out what's missing, or if you're curious about what your personal energy type reveals about your ideal career path, I share practical insights about this every week on my channel. Hit that subscribe button so you can learn how to read your own energy patterns and finally find work that honors who you really are. Your career should energize you, not exhaust you. Let's figure out how to make that happen.